Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Chloe, and I'm a private pilot, and this is my little co-pilot, Poppy Chulo. We're a little sleepy tonight. And today, I'm going to read to you the last two sections of Chapter 1 of the Instrument Pilot Oral Exam Guide, 11th edition by Jason Blair. Except just kidding, we're not really reading you the sections directly from the book. Instead, we are reading you the very thorough notes we have taken from all the chapters and sections. And as you guys know, this book is written in a question and answer format, just like a conversation with a DPE, so I will read it in question and answer format as well. And to keep you entertained, I will read the question in my mother's very Brooklyn accents, and then the answer in my normal speaking voice. I'll also include where in the FAR AIM FAA handbook or advisory circular the information comes from, so you can go research more about it yourself in preparation for your instrument check ride. All right, without further ado, it's late for him. He likes to go to bed very early and wake up very, very late. Chapter 1, Pre-Flight, Part J, Aviation Weather Forecast, Question 1. What is a TAF? FAA H-8083-28. A TAF is a terminal aerodrome forecast. It's a forecast of expected meteorological conditions significant to aviation for a specified time period within a 5 statute mile radius from the center of an airport's runway complex, the terminal. It uses the same weather codes that are used in METARs in the following format. So first I will tell you the type, whether it's routine, amended, or corrected, the ICAO, the date time of origin, the valid period date time, and then forecasts, wind, visibility, significant weather, change indicators like from, temporary, probability, that kind of thing. So FM, tempo, prob, and TAFs are issued 4 times a day at 0 hours, 0600, 1200 hours, and 1800 Zulu. All right, question 2. What is an aviation area forecast? FAA H-8083-28. That's an abbreviated, plain language forecast about the specified en route weather phenomena. So anything you could expect on your route of flight. So aviation area forecasts are issued for the Gulf, the Caribbean Sea, and Alaska. They cover an 18 to 24 hour period. They're issued 3 to 4 times daily, and they are updated as needed. Okay, question 3. Describe the graphical forecast for aviation, GFA, AIM 714. GFAs are modeled forecasts of weather conditions relevant to flying. So thunderstorms, icing, turbulence, winds, clouds, ceilings, visibility, temperature, within the CONUS, the continuous United States. That's where GFAs cover. And they include graphical output from the NWS, the National Weather Service's National Digital Forecast data. On the GFA tool, so the GFA is actually really cool. It can be found at aviationweather.gov/GFA, and it's this interactive tool where you can get forecasts at different altitudes. So they'll show you wind, icing, turbulence forecasts that are available in 3,000 foot increments from the surface to flight level 300, and also in 6,000 foot increments from flight level 300 to flight level 480. Turbulence forecasts are also categorized in low, so under 18,000 feet MSL, and high, class alpha, and up, already back in class echo again. And the GFA also includes a maximum icing and wind velocity graphic. So that is really cool. And then question 5. All right, describe some weather products on the GFA, AIM 714. So under the products tab, you can find SIGMETs, GAIRMETs, Center Weather Advisories, prog charts, TAF maps, forecast discussions, METAR data, PIREPs, wind temperature data, ITWS data, that's Integrated Terminal Weather System data, WAFS grids, World Area Forecast Systems, and TFM convective forecasts, Traffic Flow Management convective forecasts. So I skipped 6 because it was stupid. So question 7. What are the 4 types of in-flight aviation weather advisories? AIM 716. SIGMETs, convective SIGMETs, AIRMETs, and center weather advisories. In all of those, heights are referenced mean sea level, except for ceilings, which are AGL. And by the way, SIGMET is abbreviated as WS, convective SIGMET is WST, AirMet is WA, and Center Weather Advisory is CWA. Question 8, what are convective SIGMETs? So that's AIM 716. So again, convective SIGMETs, abbreviated WST, they're advisories of severe weather that could be hazardous to all categories of aircraft. They're issued for eastern, central, and western United States, not for Hawaii or Alaska. They're issued hourly at the 55th minute of every hour. Of course, special ones are issued at any time, valid for up to 2 hours, and a convective SIGMET could tell of severe thunderstorms due to surface winds greater than or equal to 50 knots, hail at the surface greater than or equal to 3/4 of an inch in diameter, and tornadoes. They could include information about embedded thunderstorms, a line of thunderstorms, and thunderstorms producing precipitation that is greater than or equal to heavy precipitation affecting 40% or more of an area of at least 3,000 square miles. So all of that could be covered under a WST, convective SIGMET. Question 9, what is the regular SIGMET? AIM 716. So that's again abbreviated WS. Those would advise of non-convective weather that is potentially hazardous to all aircraft. The maximum forecast period for a SIGMET is 4 hours. They are issued when there is severe icing not associated with thunderstorms, severe or extreme turbulence or clear air turbulence not associated with thunderstorms, widespread dust storms or sandstorms, lowering surface visibility to under 3 miles, and volcanic ash. Basically, any kind of significant weather that is not associated with thunderstorms. All right, question 10. What is an AirMet? AIM 716. Those are advisories of significant weather phenomena of lower intensity than a SIGMET. There are 2 kinds of AirMets. There are text, WA, and graphic, G AirMets. And then question 11, what are the different types of AirMets? AIM 716, Sierra, Tango, and Zulu. Sierra describes IFR conditions and or extensive mountain obscurations. AirMet Tango, it refers to moderate turbulence, sustained surface winds of 30 knots or greater, and or non-convective low-level wind shear. And AirMet Zulu would refer to moderate icing and provides freezing level heights. All right, question, so I skipped 12 because it was dumb. And then question 13, how often are winds aloft forecasts generated? FAH 883-28, 4 times daily. They do not have amendments. There's no amendments to winds alofts. They are not issued within 1,500 feet of a location's elevation. And also the wind direction is true on winds aloft data. All right, question 14. Did I skip? Yeah, no, I didn't. No, 13, not 14. What valuable information can be determined from winds aloft data, FAH 883-28? So for IFR pilots, this is areas of possible icing. So you would take note of any temperatures between 2 and negative 20 degrees Celsius. Temperature inversions, that would show where there's maybe some stable layers. And turbulence by observing abrupt changes in wind direction and speed at different altitudes. Question 15, what is a Center Weather Advisory, FAH 883-28? That is an aviation weather warning to anticipate and avoid adverse weather conditions in the en route and terminal environments. CWA is a reflection of real-time weather and short-range forecasts for conditions expected within 2 hours of its issuance. They are valid for up to 2 hours. Okay, question 16. What are several examples of charts, reports, and forecasts that would be useful for determining the potential for and the location of thunderstorms? FAH 883-28. So thunderstorms, the question's asking, where could you find information about thunderstorms along your route? So convective outlook charts, convective SIGMETs, radar summary charts, and local taps along your route of flight. All right, question 17. Is the wind direction on weather charts and graphics true or magnetic? FAH 8083-28, true. And question 18. How about the wind direction on an ATIS broadcast? And that is given FAH 8083-28 and AIM 7112. That is given magnetic. Winds are given magnetic in ATIS broadcasts. Do you guys notice how much repeat of the private pilot stuff is in here? I mean, it's almost like this book and the private pilot one, some of it is, I feel like it's word for word the same. All right, let's move along to Chapter 1, Pre-Flight, Section K, Aviation Weather Charts. So, question 1, give examples of weather charts you will use during the flight planning process. FAH 883-28. A surface analysis chart, weather depiction chart, significant weather prognostic chart, short range surface prognostic chart, convective outlook chart, constant pressure analysis chart, and freezing level graphics. Question 2. What is a surface analysis chart? FAH 883-28. That is a charted analysis of surface weather observations, including sea level pressure, highs, lows, ridges, troughs, the location and types of fronts, and boundaries of dry lines. The pressure on a surface analysis chart is expressed in mean sea level. Question 3. Describe a ceiling and visibility analysis. CVA FAH 883-28. So that's a real-time analysis of current ceiling and visibility across the continuous United States, and it's updated every 5 minutes. The ceiling is in AGL and the surface visibility is in statute miles. Very important. Question 4. Define LIFR, IFR, MVFR, NVFR, AIM 717. Low IFR. The ceiling is under 500 feet and or visibility less than 1 statute mile. So either one of those conditions or both. And that goes for all the rest, okay? Either one or both. IFR, ceilings between 500 and 1,000 feet and or 1 to 3 statute miles of visibility. MVFR, ceiling of 1,000 to 3,000 feet and or 3 to 5 statute miles of visibility, and VFR, 3,000 foot ceiling and above and more than 5 statute miles of visibility. You gotta know that for the check ride. All right, question 5. What is short range surface prognostic charts? FAA Handbook 8083-28. So they are a forecast of surface pressure systems, fronts, and precipitation for a 2.5 day period. They cover the 48 continuous states and the coastal waters. There are 5 forecast periods, 12, 18, 24, 48, and 60 hours. The charts are issued 4 times a day, and they are useful to get an overview of the progression of surface weather features in the included periods. Question 6. Describe a U.S. low-level significant weather prognostic chart. FAA Handbook 8083-28. Those are forecasts of aviation hazards, and they are intended as guidance for pre-flight briefings. They cover the continuous 48 and coastal waters at flight level 240 and below. They're issued 4 times a day in 12-hour and 24-hour prognostics. Question 7. Describe a mid-level significant weather chart. FAH 883-28. Those forecast and overview. Those provide a forecast and overview of significant en route weather phenomena from 10,000 feet MSL to flight level 450. They are issued by the AWC 4 times a day. Question 8. What information is in the U.S. high-level significant weather charts? FAH 883-20. So those are forecasts of significant en route weather from flight level 250 to 630. Common conditions that would be featured in a high-level significant weather chart would be thunderstorms and cumulonimbus clouds, moderate to severe turbulence, moderate to severe icing, jet streams, tropopause heights, tropical cyclones, severe squall lines, volcanic eruption sites, and widespread sandstorms and dust storms. All right, question 9. What is a convective outlook chart? FAH 88328. Those show the potential for severe and non-severe convection for the next 8 days. And by severe, they refer to tornadoes, wind gusts at 50 knots or greater, hail 1 inch in diameter or greater. Question 10. What are constant pressure level forecasts? FAH 8328. Those are computer models of selected weather, such as wind, at a specified constant pressure level, for example, 300 millibars. They provide an overview of weather patterns at specified times and pressure altitudes. And actually, those constant pressure level forecasts are the source used for the winds aloft data. Question 11. What two height contour lines on a constant pressure chart refer to? FAH 8328. The heights of specified pressure showing highs, lows, troughs, and ridges aloft. Question 12. What significance do isotherms have on a constant pressure chart? FAH 8328. So isotherms are dashed lines drawn at 5°C intervals. They show horizontal temperature variations at chart altitude, and isotherms tell you if your flight will be towards colder or warmer air. Question 13. How about isotac lines? What do they show on a constant pressure chart? FAH 88328. Those are lines of constant wind speed on the 300 millibar and 200 millibar levels. They're drawn at 20 knot intervals and begin at 10 knots. When they're closely spaced, that identifies large wind speed variations, and very strong winds are highlighted by hatches. The last page. All right, question 14. What information does the freezing level graphics chart provide? FAH 88328. It shows the lowest freezing level heights and their values relative to flight paths. The chart uses colors to represent height in hundreds of feet above mean sea level of the lowest freezing level. The initial analysis and 3-hour forecast graphics are updated hourly. And finally, 6, 9, and 12-hour forecast graphics are updated every 3 hours. All right, finally, question 15. Using the GFA, what can you determine about icing probability? FAH 88328. You can determine the probability and severity of icing up to 18 hours in the future in selected geographic areas and at selected altitudes. Guys, that is all she wrote for chapter 1. We did it. And now, honestly, I had my doubts. We got through 74 pages of this material together. So, chapter 2 is very short. By comparison, it's a fraction of chapter 1. I'm going to try to do all of chapter 2 in one video, but it will not be this week because I'm very busy this week. I'm also flying my long cross country to Hilton Head on Thursday, so I have to get ready for that. That's 3 approaches, 3 different kinds of approaches. I'm part 61 if you guys haven't figured that out, or if I haven't told you yet. So I have to do that long cross country with my instructor, and I'm really excited about it. So I'll let you know how that goes. I also bought like an aviation audio jack for my phone. So if I record any part of my flight lesson, which I think I will, because it helps me to just really understand what happened during the lesson, I will maybe post some of that content. That could be kind of fun. Okay. All right, guys. Papi Chulo, I think he's already, I think he's already fallen asleep. I was going to say Papi Chulo and I are going to go to sleep, but he beat me to it. Anyway, guys, have a great night, and we will see each other very soon. Okay, bye.